Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who news video. Today we've got quite a few things to sort of talk through and discuss about this year's Christmas special airing on, surprise surprise, the 25th of December, The Church on Ruby Road. Now this is the first Doctor Who episode to introduce new companion Millie Gibson and technically Ncuti Gatwa's first full episode, because spoilers here for last night's episode of Doctor Who The Giggle. If you haven't already seen it, skip ahead a little bit to talk about the preview. But yes, we're still reeling from the bi-regeneration. Two Doctors coexisting at once. How does that all work? How does that all play out? Well, I have a video on the channel where me and a couple of friends discuss our theories on how bi-generation works, and we also talk briefly about Russell's comments on how bi-generation affects every Doctor ever, and that's how you get Tales of the TARDIS and the possibility of the Curator, etc. So if that's of interest to you, go and check that video out. Putting the bi-regeneration to one side, we are now officially in the era of the 15th Doctor. The 15th Doctor played by Ncuti Gatwa. And today we have the announcement of his sonic screwdriver, which, boom, over here on Instagram. I think they revealed it in London. I actually was in London, but didn't really have enough time to go and see it, which is a shame because it was on the opposite side of London to where I was. But they released these images of the 15th Doctor with his new Sonic. New Doctor, new Sonic. Here's your first look at the sonic screwdriver for Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor. And I don't really know what my opinion is. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a change from just the conventional style Sonic, which, like, I don't know, like the cylindrical, Sonic that we're so used to nowadays. It is nice to depart from that, but there's so many things that you can compare this to. People have compared it to a Sky television remote, a flip-flop even, and I mean, they're not wrong, it is literally in the shape of a flip-flop. The Gallifreyan text on it, though, apparently is a Rwandan proverb, and this is from Ncuti Gatwa himself, and it means something along the lines of, like, the words that you use are sharper than any sword could be, which I think that's very cool to have that engraved on the Sonic in Gallifreyan. I'm not 100% sold, but it is, I get it. We're new, it's a new era, it's a new thing. This is going to get its debut in the Christmas episode, so yeah, I'm optimistic for it. What is quite funny, though, is Ncuti Gatwa has obviously seen a couple of these comparisons, and he's put on his Instagram story, there is a big difference between my Sonic and a Sky TV remote, which, is there, Ncuti? Is there really? I mean, I suppose in its technical capabilities, sure, but in the look, it's a pretty similar design. Anyway, we then got this bunch of photos from the official Doctor Who Twitter page. It says, the Doctor and Ruby Sunday are coming for Christmas. Watch The Church on Ruby Road on Christmas Day on iPlayer in the UK and Disney Plus in the rest of the world. Now, we've been told that the start of Ncuti's era, because obviously they're resetting to like Season 1, Season 2, this is going to be where Disney Plus goes haywire with the marketing. This is when they signed on to take over Doctor Who stuff for foreign countries, because during the production of the 60th, Disney Plus and the BBC didn't actually have a deal, whereas at this point, yeah, they've got their deal, so more Disney money will go into it, as seen from the trailer for The Church on Ruby Road, which came out yesterday. If you want me to make a full sort of trailer breakdown video of that next time trailer thing, I could probably do that tomorrow. So let me know in the comments by liking this video. No, let me know in the comments and like this video, etc. Share it so that I know that you guys want more Church on Ruby Road sort of content. Anyway, we got these really cool photos from the BBC. Millie Gibson stood outside the TARDIS. Now, I think this is from the Bristol filming. This is going to be outside her house. It's set in London because they had London buses on set. So Ruby lives in London, but it's actually filmed in Bristol, which is very similar to what they did for The Giggle, where all of those street scenes were actually filmed in Bristol, but it was set in London, which is kind of funky. Then we've got this photo of Millie hanging from a giant ladder, which I think, yeah, we've seen in the trailer. This leads to, like, the Goblin spaceship thing. That's, yeah, why are goblins flying? I assumed they'd be in, like, little caves underground, but I suppose it's a nice subversion. And then the question is, are the goblins going to be aliens, or are they going to be, like, little creatures from Earth that have just been hiding in the shadows. I mean, Torchwood's done episodes with fairies and stuff, and then we've obviously got, like, Silurians and Sea Devils as alien-like beings that actually originate on Earth. But maybe if they've got a spaceship sort of thing, the goblins are going to be aliens. But yeah, somehow Ruby ends up hanging off a rope, well, a ladder up to this goblin ship. Then we've got the 15th Doctor stood in the Golden Cross pub. This is probably a nightclub or some sort of Christmassy thing. We can see there's tinsel on the window from the episode. Then we do have the Doctor actually in a nightclub, which confirms that the filming photos we saw the other month were for the pre-titles or the start of the Church on Ruby Road. He's got his kilt, his like tank top thing. But yeah, it's a cool Doctor-y look. It's quite funny, and I don't know how I feel about the Doctor clubbing. It's never something I thought I'd see the Doctor do, but I suppose after they've had all this therapy, why not go for a night out and have the time of your life? Because obviously that's what he's doing when he bumps into Ruby and their adventures begin. Now, a first for this episode, we've had it officially announced as of a couple of days ago that there's going to be a proper big musical number in the story, and they're, I think, releasing it tomorrow to try and get it in the charts for Christmas, which I'm not going to lie, I love Doctor Who, I love musicals. Is the blend going to work? And will it actually go in the charts, or is this going to be a bit awkward? I mean, we've had a little preview of the Goblin King song in Doctor Who Unleashed, which I'll play a tiny excerpt from it for you now.
Yes, the Goblin King, he's not a myth, he's an actual thing. Here's the king, Goblin.
And I don't know, I thought it would sound more alien and more goblin-y. It seems initially, I don't want to be too negative because obviously I'm not going to prejudge, we've got to wait and see for the episode. I mean, the episode itself looks fantastic, the actors we know are in the episode are fantastic. The Goblin King himself here, he does look brilliant. Like, I love this idea, I love the spaceship design, or yes, I suppose it's not really a spaceship, their little base design, all the goblins look funky as well, but I don't know, I'm just not 100% sold on the music. But that's only a tiny little clip of it. You can go and see more on Doctor Who Unleashed, and obviously when they do release the full song, which I think, unless I'm wrong, is tomorrow, I'll be making a video about that, discussing it, and obviously, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about the Goblin King and having musicals in Doctor Who, because I think there's also, yeah, there's the rumours about the Devil's Chord episode of Series 1/Season 14, in which Jinx Monsoon has a load of musical numbers, Ruby has to play her own theme on the piano, and Shooty Gat was probably going to end up singing as well. And yeah, from all the promo stuff, the Church on Ruby Road is, yeah, it's looking fantastic so far. But that does bring us to the end of this video. If you did enjoy, please, as ever, do feel free to comment, like, share and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.